This video is brought to you by IXL, used by millions of students worldwide to get ahead in math, English, and more.
Did you know the average high temperature in Miami during the month of December is 76 degrees Fahrenheit? You might be wondering how an average temperature is calculated. Well, an average is a way to describe a data set. There are a few ways we can measure a data set: through finding the mean, median, and mode. These are also known as measures of central tendency. While mean, median, and mode all tell you about the center or middle of the data, each one is determined using a different method. Later in this video, we'll also talk about range, which is another way to describe a data set. Let's start with how we would calculate mean. Remember how I mentioned the average high temperature for Miami in December is 76 degrees Fahrenheit? To calculate an average temperature, we would need to find the mean. The mean is the same as the average. To find the mean, we simply add all of the values in the dataset and divide the sum by the total number of values in the dataset. Maybe you're thinking, wow, so to find the average temperature for the month of December, we would have to add 31 numbers together? You're right. We would have to add the high temperature for each day of the month and then divide by 31. That might take us a while, so let's just try it out with the temperatures for 1 week. Let's say these are the high temperatures for 1 week during the month of December in Miami. First, we need to add all of the temperatures together. This gives us a sum of 504. Then, we divide 504 by 7 because there were 7 temperatures in the dataset. 504 divided by 7 is 72. So the average high temperature for this week is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So what does the mean actually tell us? Well, if you had to guess just one high temperature for every day that week, you could guess 72 and not be too far off from the actual temperature on any single day. This could also be a check that the answer makes sense. 72 seems to be around the center of that data set. Now that we know how to calculate the mean, let's talk about median. To find the median, we put all the numbers in the data set in order from least to greatest. Then, the number in the middle is the median. Let's try it. Here are the temperatures in our data set. Since they aren't in order from least to greatest, we must do that first. Now that they are in order, we need to find the number that's in the middle of the list. We can cross off one number from each side of the list until only the middle number is remaining. Since 73 is the number in the middle, that's our median. We can also see that half of the values in the dataset are above the median and half are below. Now, you might be wondering what you would do if more than one number was in the middle. Let's say you're taking a 6-day trip and want to know the median temperature for those 6 days. Remember, the first thing we have to do is put the numbers in order from least to greatest. After we cross off numbers from each side of the list, we are left with 2 numbers in the middle. When this happens, we simply calculate the mean of those 2 numbers. In other words, we add them together and divide by 2. This gives us a median temperature of 63 degrees. Mode is the next type of measure we need to look at, and guess what? We don't really have to do much to figure out the mode. In fact, the mode is just the number that appears the most in the dataset. If we look at the dataset of temperatures, many of the numbers appear only once. However, if we examine the dataset closely, you'll see that the number 74 is listed twice. Since the number 74 is in the dataset 2 times, and all the other numbers are only in the list once, that means 74 is the mode. But wait a minute. What if all of the numbers are only listed 1 time each, like with this set of temperatures? Well, that means there is no mode, because none of the numbers appears the most. On the other hand, sometimes you might run into a dataset that has more than one mode. This dataset has 2 modes, 75 and 68, because they both appear in the list twice, while the other numbers only appear once. Finally, one other way to analyze a dataset is by determining its range. Range isn't used to measure the center of the dataset like mean, median, and mode. Instead, The range helps us look more closely at how the data is spread out. To find the range, you find the difference between the smallest value and the greatest value in the dataset. This means that for this dataset, we subtract the smallest value, 67, from the largest value, 75. This gives us a range of 8 degrees. Now let's practice calculating mean, median, mode, and range with one more example. Sarah is selling candy bars for a school fundraiser. She sold the following number of candy bars each day for a week: 8, 5, 7, 2, 8, 4, and 8. For the mean, we add the numbers together and divide by 7 since there are 7 numbers in our data set. We get a sum of 42, and 42 divided by 7 is 6. The mean is 6. Next, let's put the numbers in order from least to greatest so we can find the median, which is the number in the middle of the data set. After crossing off numbers from each side, we end up with one number in the middle, 7. In this example, 7 is the median. Remember, mode just means the number that appears the most in the data set. In this example, 8 appears 3 times, and the other numbers appear only once. This means the mode is 8. We can't forget range. To find the range, we subtract the smallest number, 2, from the largest number, 8. 8 minus 2 is 6, so the range is 6. Phew, that sure was a lot of information, but I bet the next time you have to figure out mean, median, mode, or range, you'll know exactly what to do.
Head over to IXL.com to check out this video and thousands more in math and language arts.